Okay.
Give me a crazy person, I'll reject him.
Donald Trump.
See, that's your problem. He's not crazy. That's your problem.
What happens when Greg Gutfeld and Jessica Tarlov go head-to-head on live television? Sparks fly, tempers flare, and the result is both chaotic and hilarious. This heated exchange tackles one of the most divisive issues of our time. Gutfeld unleashes his unfiltered opinions, while Jessica passionately stands her ground. But do her points hit the mark? Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more electrifying debates and unforgettable moments. Just subscribed? Great. Let's break down the drama.
Tim? Tampon Tim. Yes, I would like to talk about it.
Good.
You know what? If you knew anything about the pink tax or how difficult it is for women when they have their period and they don't have access to tampons.
It's not about
pads.
women. They can get as many tampons as they want.
That's not
Give them free tampons. It's the boys.
I want to hear this.
The point of having menstrual products available in a boy's bathroom is for 4th to 12th graders, I think, that if there is someone who identifies, if there is a biological female who identifies as a male and uses that, your laughing will be the undoing of your side.
You're encouraging empathy, which we all admire, go into an irrational world.
You don't admire it. I need to say something about the National Guard.
No one is using the boys' bathroom that's menstruating, Jessica.
I would like to pull back and talk about something that would help the Democrat Party if they only listened. I'm going to pretend that I'm not talking to Jessica, but I'm talking to the whole Democratic Party. So liberals, in their very best sense, are the party of empathy and compassion. Their problem is they extend that benefit to people who prey upon innocent citizens. That is their problem. They don't know the boundaries to their compassion or their empathy, and that's why they need conservatives to say, hey, knock it off, pull back. But why do liberals have to accept certain positions that are that bad? Like, why do they have to make excuses for rioters and looters? That is not necessarily a liberal position. They don't have to do it. So if you think of other liberal positions, arguing for surgical transitions for children, banning school choice, funding foreign wars, bailing out Phelan's. What if these aren't liberal positions? They're just awful ones. Then you could reject them. You don't have to sit here and defend tampons for boys. You could just say, you know what, there's nothing liberal about that, right?
Jessica Tarlov took a bold stand, advocating for tampons to be placed in boys' bathrooms as a gesture of inclusivity and support for transgender individuals. She emphasized the importance of acknowledging and respecting those transitioning from female to male. However, Greg Gutfeld wasn't having it. With his signature wit, he questioned the practicality of such measures, calling them a step too far. "This isn't about tampons," he remarked. "It's about drawing the line between compassion and absurdity." The debate wasn't just fiery. It was a stark reminder of the fine line between empathy and losing touch with reality.
You could reject them. You don't have to sit here and defend tampons for boys. You could just say, you know what, there's nothing liberal about that, right? Only nut jobs want kids to have nut jobs. It's not about being liberal or conservative. But the problem is the Democrats have allowed radicals to define what is liberal. So tampons for boys, suddenly, Jessica, you have to defend it. You shouldn't have to. You know, liberals were always against conversion therapy. That was a psychological attempt at curing homosexuality. Now they're defending invasive surgical solutions to do the same thing. How did that become liberal and the other one not? So it's a plea that, like, you don't have to defend this crap. You don't have to defend tampons for boys. You should laugh at it and go, this is bullshit. I don't believe any of it. And then all of a sudden you find that the Democrats and the Republicans are in the same room again. We reject our crazies. It's time for you guys to reject them.
Okay.
Give me a crazy person, I'll reject him.
Donald Trump.
See, that's your problem. He's not crazy. That's your problem.
That is exactly the problem.
There's nothing that he believes in that comes close to tampons for boys or for pushing trans surgeries on children because they're suffering from a psychological delusion. There's nothing like that in the conservative movement. But you Democrats have embraced these things because they're so scared of being called lack of compassion.
Gutfeld didn't stop at the tampon debate. He widened the conversation, criticizing what he called the Democratic Party's refusal to reject irrational extremes. Democrats are the party of empathy, he admitted, But they've taken it too far, even to the point of enabling those who harm innocent people. He cited examples like defending rioters, supporting surgical procedures for minors, and advocating for tampons in boys' restrooms. Jessica Tarlov pushed back, insisting these views don't represent mainstream liberalism. But Gutfeld argued that radical voices are now steering the Democratic agenda. He mocked the inconsistency of supporting tampons in male bathrooms while opposing straightforward solutions like school choice. Gutfeld drew a striking comparison. Liberals once fought against conversion therapy, yet now they champion invasive surgeries for children with psychological struggles. How is one liberal and the other not? Jessica, visibly frustrated, struggled to counter Gutfeld's pointed criticisms, creating a standout moment in the discussion. The clash left viewers questioning where the line between empathy and impracticality truly lies.
Okay.
Give me a crazy person. I'll reject him.
Donald Trump.
See, that's your problem. He's not crazy. That's your problem.
The debate reached its climax when Gutfeld issued a direct challenge to Democrats. Take a stand against their fringe elements, just as Republicans have. Jessica's immediate response was to label Donald Trump as the Republican equivalent of extremism. Gutfeld wasn't buying it. That's your problem, he shot back. Trump isn't advocating for tampons in boys' bathrooms or surgeries for kids. Your side embraces these extremes because you're afraid to appear uncompassionate. The audience couldn't miss how quickly Jessica's arguments seemed to falter under Gutfeld's relentless critique. This wasn't just about tampons or transgender policies. It was a broader critique of empathy, taken to irrational extremes. Gutfeld painted a stark picture of the Democratic Party's struggle to distance itself from radical ideas, warning that such reluctance could alienate everyday Americans. His message was clear. Rationality must anchor policy decisions, especially when they affect children and vulnerable groups. Gutfeld's challenge wasn't merely a criticism. It was a plea for balance. If Democrats continue allowing fringe voices to dominate, they risk losing public trust. The debate left viewers pondering critical questions. How do we balance compassion with practicality? Where is the line between inclusion and absurdity? These unresolved issues continue to fuel conversations online and beyond. Gutfeld's fiery critique wasn't just entertaining, it was a wake-up call. While Jessica's passionate defense might resonate with some, Gutfeld's arguments left a lasting impression. What do you think? Was Gutfeld right to highlight the irrationality of extreme policies, or do you side with Jessica's vision of empathy? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more bold debates, sharp insights, and unforgettable moments.